Joseph Lister revolutionized medicine not with a scalpel, but with carbolic acid. In the 1860s, surgery was a deadly gamble, with infections killing most patients. Lister, inspired by Louis Pasteur's work on germs, began spraying carbolic acid over wounds and surgical instruments. Mortality rates plummeted. At first, his colleagues mocked him, calling his methods fussy and unnecessary. But Lister's persistence saved thousands of lives and transformed surgery into a safe practice. Queen Victoria herself benefited from his antiseptic treatment after an abscess. Few know that his ideas faced nearly 2 decades of resistance before becoming standard. Today, every sterile operating room is a silent monument to Lister's vision. He never sought fame, yet his legacy is as vital as any monarch or general. He conquered one of humanity's greatest enemies, infection. Ada Lovelace, the daughter of the poet Lord Byron, was more than just a mathematician. She was the world's first computer programmer. Working alongside Charles Babbage on his analytical engine, she wrote notes that described how the machine could go beyond calculations to manipulate symbols, a concept that anticipated modern computing by a century. Few know that her vision was largely ignored in her lifetime. She died at just 36, believing her work would be forgotten. Yet today her notes are seen as prophetic. Lovelace also had a fascination with gambling and once attempted to fund her research through complex betting schemes, leaving her in debt. Despite her struggles, her intellect was unmatched. Long before the digital age, Ada Lovelace imagined a world where machines could create art, compose music, and expand human thought. In many ways, she dreamed our present into existence. Oscar Wilde dazzled Victorian society with wit and charm, yet his fall from grace was as dramatic as his plays. Known for the picture of Dorian Gray and the importance of being earnest, he embodied elegance and humor. Wilde's salons were legendary, filled with laughter and scandal. But in 1895, at the height of his fame, he was imprisoned for gross indecency due to his relationship with another man. His trial captivated Britain, exposing the hypocrisy of moral values. In prison, he wrote De Profundis, a raw reflection on suffering, and later The Ballad of Reading Gaol. Bankrupt and broken, Wilde spent his final years in exile in Paris, living under the name Sebastian Melmoth. He died at 46 in poverty, quipping on his deathbed, "Either that wallpaper goes, or I do." Wilde's wit never faded. Even in tragedy, he left the world laughing. Princess Mary, daughter of King George III, lived through a century of profound change, bridging the Georgian and Victorian worlds. She was known for her dignity, restraint, and devotion to family, but her long life made her a living witness to history. Few realize she was the last surviving child of George III, outliving her siblings by decades. In an age when royal women were often political pawns, Mary chose loyalty and quiet service. She supported numerous charities and became a symbol of continuity during turbulent times, from the Napoleonic Wars to the rise of industrial Britain. Her 1856 photograph, one of the earliest of a royal family member, reveals a stern yet compassionate face, frozen in time. Though less remembered than queens and princesses who followed, Mary's life embodied the endurance of monarchy across one of the most transformative centuries in British history.